Hi there, my name is Bill Miller, and I teach Bill's Pretty Good Yoga for aches, pains, and worries. If you joined me for the previous four-class series with this class title, thank you. This will be a continuation of that class, which is basically about adaptation, how to adapt postures or how to adapt postures to fit the needs of our individual bodies. So we're going to be putting it together a little bit more in this four-class series. I remember when my wife first almost literally dragged me to a yoga class. I think that was in 2003. I was 67, 68, something like that. And I thought, I'm going to be the oldest one in the class. I'm going to be the only guy. So I went in and sat up and back and hid. And I went a couple of times. And, I thought, it's not so bad. I can actually do some of these things. I had a good teacher who was really concerned with adapting properly so that I didn't hurt myself in doing the postures. No two people have the same body, no two people have the same abilities for each of the postures. So basically, when I teach yoga, one of my expectations is that people not try to conform to the image of the posture that they see on a piece of paper or that they see the teacher doing, even though the teacher may be more flexible in some areas than others. The idea is not to try to copy the teacher. The idea is to try to follow the intention of the posture. What's the point of the posture? Some postures have one intention, some have two, some even have three intentions. Things that the expectation that the posture will somehow benefit you with no pain. And the key is not to have any pain in the process. So that's what we're going to be getting into. So once again, we're going to be covering um, shoulders. Our shoulders, usually by the time we're about 60, our shoulders are already complaining because of all the abuse that we've inflicted on them over the years. And it's not the shoulders that are our fault, it's the appendages, our arms, reaching, grabbing, lifting things that are too heavy, but always putting pressure on actually one of the most far-reaching or more developed range of joints with range of motion than any of the other joints. But we pay a price down the road. We'll be getting into low back concerns, upper back concerns, including osteoporosis in the upper spine area, and some things that we need to watch for, and how to adapt postures so that we don't have to be more concerned with a fracture, an osteoporotic fracture. But we're also going to get into such things as knees. What if what if it hurts when I kneel? What else can I do? We'll find that out. And finally, balance. And balance is important for all of us, young or old, especially as we grow older. So we'll be getting into all of those, covering those. And in the process, we're also going to work more with the breath in concert with movement. So the way that the postures, the way that the classes are designed is they start slowly, we build up, and then we slowly calm down toward the end of the class. And the idea, this is going to be, the way this is going to be a late afternoon class, 4:30. So it's at that point where we want to start settling a bit after we've had a busy day or maybe a boring day, who knows. But the idea is that we want to calm our minds, and especially with all the stuff going on in the world today, it's really nice to get away and find some calm and some peace. Create that in our minds. This is where breath and movement comes in. So we'll be going more into breath practices that will help us to create a calm, collected, peaceful mindset. And with that, I welcome you. Please join us. The first class will begin on November 11th at 4 p.m. That's a Tuesday, by the way. And the second class will be November 25th, also a Tuesday at 4:30. The third class will be December 9th, and the final class will be December 30th. And again, all on Tuesdays at 4:30. If this is something that you seem to enjoy, and if it's something that I feel that I can continue to do, we'll continue with it. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please give it a try.